Hey everyone, welcome to Consult a Blind Guy. This is episode 4 of Common and Crazy Questions People Ask the Blind. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe.
Disappointed by reality, trying to come back, start something new, build up yourself, it's all to you. Stay strong no matter what they say, you keep getting better every day. Hold your head up, never gonna stop, fierce and proud, stand up and shout. Stand my ground.
Number 1. If you can't see, would you want one of your friends or relatives to tell you if your girlfriend or boyfriend was good looking or not? Honestly, I don't care. They can tell me, but it doesn't matter because their opinion of what somebody looks like doesn't matter. It should be more important of what you think about that person than what somebody else thinks about that person. Just my opinion. Number 2. How should I speak to someone who is blind? Speak to them like you would speak to anybody else. Just because they can't see doesn't mean that they're hearing impaired. Though, yes, some eye diseases does have a commonality of deaf people with it, but don't automatically assume every blind person is hearing impaired as well. Number 3. Should I announce myself to an acquaintance when I see them who is blind? This really depends on each individual person, but if you're out and about, you can approach and talk to them for a second, maybe without saying your name. Maybe they will recognize you by your voice solely. If not, then they might ask you, hey, who are you? Because they might not recognize your voice. In that case, then yes, you can also ask that person if it suits them better, whether they announce themselves, or if you announce who comes into the room with you or whatever. Everybody has their own preference. Number 4. This one was in a previous video, but it's a common one. Can I pet your guide dog or the guide dog? No. Do not automatically attempt to pet a guide dog. Ask for permission, because 9 chances out of 10 that dog is going to be working for the person that they were trained for. Number 5. How should I help someone who is blind? First, don't help them without them asking you first. If you see them having an issue and you just walk up and do something for them, it can irritate them even more, because we want to maintain our independence as best as possible, and if somebody does something right off the bat for us, it doesn't make us learn, for one. 2, it irritates us because it makes us feel like we're incapable of doing something that we might be able to do, and as well as makes us upset that we feel like we're hindering upon others. If you want to help, give the person a minute to attempt it on their own. Ask them if they want your help. Don't just automatically do it. Another way you can help is if you're in a dark area or something like that, you could be a sighted guide, in which case, just for this video, quick demonstration would be to grab somebody by their elbow while you're walking in a restaurant or up and down stairs in a concert or something like that, because by grabbing onto the arm just above the elbow when you're walking, it gives that person that is blind or visually impaired the ability to sense what direction you're moving in, whether you're going up or whether you're going down. And they also have more control over you as the sighted individual, because if we have an issue, we can grab your arm a little bit tighter to signal to you, hey, something's going on or something like that, to stop you. Whereas if we're holding onto a bag or onto your shoulder, it might not be as effective to where we can tell what direction we're going, or whether we're going up or downstairs or anything like that. Oh, sorry for hitting the microphone there. And next one is, how should I help someone get around safely and or while eating? As I said just a moment ago, best way to help somebody getting around walking safely is to allow them to be on your right side, their left. That way they have the ability to use their cane if they choose to, as well as be able to hold on to your arm above the elbow. In the aspect of eating, it is best to stand them behind the chair where they're gonna sit and tell them, alright, this is the layout of the table. Your cup is over at the 1 o'clock mark from your plate. Your silverware is at the 3 o'clock. Simple stuff like that. Just give them a general layout. Number 7. How do you pick out your clothes? Everybody has their own method of picking out their clothes. I myself have them arranged pretty much by what they are and the type of material, not so much by color or anything like that, because I wear neutral colors for the most part. Number 8, what do you see in your dreams? Well, this one here is another one of them that's going to be specifically for me, and I can't really give you anything for a general idea for everybody because everyone's different. I don't know how much vision somebody has, what they have seen, what they haven't seen, to be able to have that comprehension of what everybody would dream like. But I have the standard dreams just like everybody else, I think, because I have that limited sight. Number 9. Can people who go blind later in life learn Braille? Yes, people can learn Braille at any age with blindness. Myself, I was probably 8 or 9 the first time my grandfather showed me a couple tricks with dice to learn Braille, but I never really picked up on it. When I was younger, it wasn't interesting at the time. I didn't understand immediately when my grandfather was teaching me what an importance it might have been in my future to know Braille. Unfortunately, now that I'm older, I wouldn't mind learning it, but Braille is done in such small dots that I can't do it currently. Now, if they come up with a bigger pattern, I might be able to, but it really doesn't matter to me because I've noticed that in a lot of places they don't use Braille. They used uplifted letters or symbols for bathrooms and elevators and stuff like that. Number 10. Can you see in the rain like Daredevil? Though I understand a lot of people might get irritated because this is more of a fictional aspect of thought, but even though this is a fictional character who is blind, I believe that there are people who have that ability to give a visual in that kind of a sense, because a lot of us do use echolocation, and echolocation is capable of giving you an audible picture to go by. The wonderful phrase of blind as a bat comes to mind. It's the same concept, same thing with dolphins. We have a high level of focus in our ears, in which case every little droplet, like in that movie, gives off an audible, distinguished sound that will differentiate based on what it's hitting and can give you a mental visual compared to an actual visual. So, in that sense, yes, I believe it is possible because I use echolocation myself. That wraps up this episode. Thanks for watching Consult the Blind Guy. If you enjoyed it, please give a like. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on the latest videos and more from this channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you can get all notifications. And we'll see you next time.